The state finalizes a settlement with some of the families affected by the April 16th shootings at Virginia Tech. Of the 32 families who lost someone on April 16th, 28 families have either agreed to a settlement or an agreement is pending. 2 families never filed any paperwork, and 2 families rejected the settlement altogether. 10 on Your Side, Scott Lehman was in Richmond, and tonight has more on the requirements of the settlement and what Virginia Tech will now have to set up as public record concerning last year's tragedy.
Families of some of the victims of the Virginia Tech massacre say this is not a full victory. It's not about the money, and this is far from over. The settlement requires the governor and several of Tech's top brass to meet with them. The first of those meetings will take place within the next 6 months. At those meetings, they'll talk about the investigation and what the university has done and will do to prevent any future tragedies. Tech will also be required to start an electronic archive of 8 boxes of papers obtained by some of the family's lawyers, stuff you'll be able to see. It'll contain internal emails and handwritten notes from some of Tech's top administrators, some just moments after the first set of shootings, and also reports on Cho's previous run-ins with police. Some of those internal emails became public after the hearing. It basically all goes back to that argument you've heard before. Should Tech administrators have locked down the entire campus after the first set of shootings? Well, some of the family's attorneys say this proves that at least one building used mainly by employees was locked down after that first set of shootings. Of course, Tech has always maintained that essentially closing the entire campus would have been nearly impossible.
Since April 16, 2007, our thoughts and our prayers have been with those whose loss we cannot fully comprehend, but which we will never forget.
The families say they'll make sure no one will forget by uncovering what they say will be more of the truth after those future meetings.
We've become a family, so wherever the meetings are, wherever we have, they can name the time and the place.
The families say the hearing is one step closer to achieving truth and accountability after April 16th. The bottom line is the settlement clears Tech and the Commonwealth of all liability in the tragedy. In Richmond, Scott Lehman, WSLS, 10 on Your Side.
Now, WSLS has learned the 2 families that have rejected the settlement, Julia Pride and Aaron Peterson's families, can still decide in the future to accept the settlement if they choose. We do have a lot more video.